Hello and welcome to Universal Heritage Television, Niger. We are here again to bring you another interesting edition of our Matter of Concern program. My name is Afam Echi. I have as my guest today a political and business consultant, a prominent community leader, and the director of Center for Political Marketing and Consciousness. He is Dr. Ken Wangma. Dr. Ken, you are welcome to our program.
Thank you, Doc.
Please remember to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube platform. We are going to narrow our discussion to Ikeduru Federal Constituency. That is where he comes from. And just 2 days away, by Saturday, we will be going to the polls to elect our representatives and a national president. There are a lot of issues that have played out and are still playing out around Mbaike, and that is what we are going to look at. Dr. Ken is in a very good position to say so much about what is happening in that federal constituency. Let me start asking you, can you do a post-mortem of the performances of the various persons that have represented your federal constituency, Mbitolu, Ikeduru? Can you tell us how they have fared in the past? If you will remember, starting from 1999
Okay.
till date.
Okay.
I'm sure you if you take your mind back.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I thought I would have started earlier than that. But prior to 1999 political dispensation.
Yeah, start from 1999.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
In the advent of political, the recent political renaissance in Nigeria,
Okay.
which we can actually say started in 1999, when the military handed over to a democratically elected government.
Yeah.
Mbitolu Ikeduru, as a federal constituency, was represented by Mr. Honorable Uchenwole.
Okay.
Honorable Uchenwole from Mbieri.
Okay.
Okay. And well, I wouldn't want to say much about that 4 years tenure. I cannot really, phantom what actually happened in terms of dividends of democracy. But recall that the issue of oversight function, which has given rise to constituency projects, is a recent phenomenon.
Okay.
So the people that were there earlier did not have much oversight functions
To perform.
to perform, which is where they derived their
Ability to
do a lot of projects and attract projects from federal agencies.
Okay.
You understand, to their respective federal constituencies. So not much was actually heard about federal projects that were attracted within that period of 1999 to 2003. You understand? Nothing much as I can actually point at. I wouldn't want to say there was none, but the ones I can actually point at, I don't think there is anyone I can actually point at. I could be corrected.
Okay, now, yes. Aside from attracting projects, we know it's a recent development, just like you said, but we know basically that the duty, the responsibility of a lawmaker is to make laws.
Law, yes.
Now, outside maybe attracting projects, are there not things you can locate, maybe in terms of laws made, which he initiated that possibly could have affected his federal constituency? Is there none you can? Well,
I know that he was part and parcel of the people who supported the inclusion of Imo State into NDDC.
Okay.
That law came from Senator Ararume. But our people who were in the National Assembly then were all in unity towards the sponsoring of that bill, which eventually was
Imo State into
that drafted Imo State into NDDC. So I can say he was part of it.
Okay, you can go on, talk about the others.
Well, after Uche, he was humble enough to have left after 4 years, according to a subsisting agreement between the two sister local governments. Call it a political convention. You understand? It wasn't constitutional. It was an arrangement, a suitable arrangement, an agreement, a convention. You understand? They agreed on 1 tenure each. Uche respected it. Now, after Uche came late Honorable Bethel Amadi, may he so rest in peace. You know, he went for the first tenure, you know, went again for the second tenure, and you know, based on this ranking issue, the advantage of ranking issue, the ranking syndrome, he equally went for the third tenure, which gave him the opportunity to become the president of Pan-African Parliament, which the headquarters was at South Africa. And through that means, he was able to empower a lot of Mbitolu Ikeduru sons and daughters who are all still working in that organization now based in South Africa. You understand? So the issue of third term actually started from Honorable Bethel Amadi. And you know, as we continue to grow politically, a lot of things keeps evolving. The issue of constituency project keep, you know, taking a center stage among the legislators. It is no longer making of law, but now looking at the various projects that they can attract to their various constituencies. You understand? And the executive were magnanimous enough to allow them to assess projects which hitherto would have been a prerogative of the executive.
Let me take you on that. Talking appropriately, let us situate things in the way it should be. Should it be the business of legislators to start running around attracting projects? And normally, appropriately, that is, if we have to put things in the way they should be. Like it has become the norm. You see legislators, they will tell you what they have done. They are bringing transformers, doing empowerment, buying vehicles, buying motorcycles, and the rest of it all, and building schools. Now, this clearly are outside what they are supposed to do. And do you not see it as a distraction?
No, it's not a distraction, because the country is so large that the executive might not find it convenient to locate all these localities. Now that we have people coming to support them from various constituencies, it now behoves on them to tell executive, our people are here, we lack school projects, we lack water infrastructure, we lack road infrastructure. Please, they do not go to the National Assembly to share these projects. They go hand in cap to the executive to begin to remind them about their, you know, various localities and what their people need.
Okay, go ahead. You were talking about the performances of. You stopped at Bethel Amadi. After Bethel Amadi, who else came?
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't want to talk ill about a dead man. It is not in our culture. But the opportunity Bethel Amadi got from the third term representation did not actually translate on ground in terms of infrastructural development. Now, after Bethel Amadi, the current incumbent member of the Federal House now is Right Honorable Henry Wanwuba. And without being emotional, without being political, without being personal, I can actually tell you that he has tried to the best of his ability within the confines of the political dispensation we have seen within these 8 years, which was not very easy. I can authoritatively tell you that he has touched virtually every ward in Mbitolu Ikeduru Federal Constituency, which has 24 wards, and virtually every community
Yeah, but the argument still goes on here and there. You know, if you feel the pulse of the people, that he hasn't done so much. So can you highlight some of the things for the benefit of those who are still doubting his performance?
Yeah.
You know, when you say he has touched virtually every
community,
every word,
yes.
the 24 words,
the 24 words and beyond the words.
In Mbaike.
In Mbaike, beyond the words. When I'm not talking about the words, I'm talking about the community.
Okay, the community.
Ikeduru has about 30 communities, and Ikeduru has about 35 communities, which is about 65 communities. He has virtually touched, I cannot say all the 65 communities, but at least 85% of the communities, but has actually touched the 24 wards.
Okay, with one project or another?
Yeah, with one project, one school project. It's either a school project or a transformer or 500 kVA, including you, Mr. Moderator, you are benefiting from his transformer. The one at Umezales is brought by him, and that is where you derive your electricity. Yes, you understand?
It's okay. In a very objective manner, can you tell us the strength and weaknesses of the major political party, the gladiators in Mbaike right now? You know, without, in a very dispassionate, without, you know, taking sides.
I am an Igbo man. Yes. An Igbo man does not say another man does not have any strength.
Okay.
When you say a fellow man doesn't have any strength, it means you are underrating him, and anything can happen to you. But from the political angle, that battle is between 4 contestants.
Okay.
4 contestants.
They
are Henry Ndonchukwu.
Okay.
Uche Ogbuago. Honorable Uche Ogbuago, who is in the House of Assembly now for Ikeduru State House. Engineer Akarachi,
okay. That's APC.
Of APC, and my brother Imo Okanacho of PDP. Yes. Considering the problem bedeviling PDP right now, I wouldn't want to say a PDP candidate, no matter where he comes from in Mbaike, has much chances, because they are divided sharply into 2 major factions.
That's a PDP?
PDP, yes.
Okay.
And that is the Making Head of a faction and the Samdadi faction. And that is exactly what Henry Wanwoba saw and decided to give way from PDP.
Okay.
He was so smart to have seen it and know that he does not, you know, have much chances.
Yes. Okay.
If he gets a PDP ticket. He was so smart to have left the party at that time.
So which party is he running?
He is running through Labour Party, ABGA.
Okay.
All Progressive Grand Alliance.
Okay.
He's running through ABGA, which is a party in the Igbo. You understand? Yeah. And then Uche Ogbuago, who is running under Labour Party. These are clearly the 4 contestants. Now, out of these 4 contestants, apart from the other contestants like ADC, SDP, PRP, NMPP, all of them are from Ikeduru.
Okay.
Only Henry is from Bitolu. But I'm not even seeing it as an advantage, because his inroad into Ikeduru is even more stronger than in Bitolu.
That is now you have said something about PDP. You know, the divisions in the likely to affect their fortunes.
Yes.
Okay. What about the other parties, APC?
Well, APC ordinarily.
We will also want to know what is going for them, for each of the parties.
What is going for APC is because they are the ruling party in the state.
Okay.
That is the only thing that is going for them. Their candidate is a very young man, who is a greenhorn in the system. He has not actually, you know, acquired any experience. I don't know whether he was SUG president when he was in the university. I don't know whether he was his class rep when he was in the university. I've not seen him, go to the National Assembly and perform much. He's a young man who is doing very well in the business world, who should ordinarily go for his masters. The father is very wealthy. He himself is too wealthy too. Such an intelligent young man should go to Harvard. So if you have should go to Oxford,
Ken,
to beef up his intellectual capacity for tomorrow.
Yeah, but if you said he is doing well in business, and do you need to still ask where he gets experience? So he may have built his experience in business and using his business experience, applying it to political activity. That is possibly a plus.
Well, most of the time, your experience, you are doing well. Your success in business might be as a result of your relationship or connection to one person or the other. You understand?
Yeah. What do you do in politics? Is it not connections?
No.
Relationship.
When connection takes you to the office,
yes,
the connection will not make you to succeed in the office. If connection takes you to the office, yes, you are not on your own to know what to do and what not to do. And to be very frank, that boy will be overwhelmed in the National Assembly. When you see men coming from the south, southeast, southwest, not east, not central, not west.
Well, that is your opinion.
He will be overwhelmed.
Well, that is your opinion. But let me remind you, the people that ruled this country much earlier, like Gowon and some other leaders, they were as young as he is today. So you don't rule out that
That is why we have a country like this now.
Because of
their inexperience. If Gowon, who ruled when naira was strong, when one naira is stronger than $1, you understand? If Gowon, if this country should be as bad as it is today, which means the people you are talking about, they didn't do anything.
Well, the times have changed. This discussion is not about the APC candidate.
Yes.
So talk about the others, so we can move to other.
Uche, the only advantage Uche has is because he belongs to the Labour Party.
Okay.
And the Labour Party is a household name because of P2B. You understand? That is the only advantage I think Uche have. You understand? Uche has in being the candidate of Labour Party. A lot of people wouldn't know between voting for P2B and voting for any other Labour candidate. So a lot of votes will come from unguided.
Do you think so?
Yes, a lot of votes will come from unguided to his own advantage. But it is not going to whittle down the strength of the only man who is coming from Ikeduru.
Yeah, that is...
You understand? And let me tell you, that is the only position any Ikeduru person is going for now.
That is
the only political position any person from Ikeduru is going for now is that Federal House of Reps. So, if that...
Okay, what if I get you right? What you are saying... Mbitolu, all the other candidates are from Ikeduru.
Yes.
And only one Woba
is from Mbitolu.
Is from Mbitolu.
Yes.
Going for the House of Reps.
Yes.
What about Nonsonkwa? Is he not from Mbitolu?
I don't think Nonsonkwa is still running.
Are you sure?
Is he still running? I don't think
Nonsonkwa is running.
No, it's not campaigning. It's not campaigning. I don't think he's running. I don't think he's running.
Okay.
I've not seen him campaign.
The fact that it's not, you've not seen him campaign does not mean that it's not running.
Well, somebody can pick funds and they go back to it. As long as you have constitutionally, tidied up yourself.
Okay, let me remind you that what convinces me that it's running. Recently, just around the 5th of February, the Catholic Church in Owerri, the Archdiocese, organized a town hall meeting
for him,
for legislators.
Okay,
for candidates, there. Yes, for candidates and he was there. So if he wasn't running, he wouldn't have presented himself.
Okay, I don't know because it's not other people are going for campaigns and making radio and the television publicities. I've not heard him. I've not seen him anywhere. Yeah.
Okay, so now you sound so. There's a statement you made that Uche Ogbago is of the Labour Party, and perhaps the bandwagon effect of trailing the popularity of
P2B, yes,
might swear in his favor.
Yeah, that's the only advantage
You think he has?
Yes.
Are you also ruling out the experience as he's a legislator at the state level? Is there no experience acquired at that level?
Well, in terms of experience, you cannot take it away from him. He has acquired the experience at the state level. Yeah.
Okay. Again, now I hear people talk about even those in the opposition party to Labour Party, like the APC candidate, APC people, supporters, the PDP, they are all saying, I have heard a lot of them say, oh, our candidate at the presidential level is P2P.
Yes.
We will vote for him. You know, sometimes even coming from quarters you never expect.
Yes.
They're all tilting towards P2P.
Yes.
Now, but they're saying that we'll also go back to scrutinize the candidates and vote for the candidates
according to their competence and the integrity.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's exactly what is going to happen to Henry Nwamoba. He has the competence, he has the integrity, he has the experience. A lot of people across the party, PDP are going to vote for him, APC are going to vote for him, a lot of Labour Party people are going to vote for him, and of course, ABGA is not a little party in Igbo land. They will vote for their own.
Okay, so that's
and having touched a lot of communities, with real verifiable infrastructures that will give him an edge over the other candidates. And again, we are talking about a ranking in this case. In the National Assembly, only 10 people control the National Assembly, and they have much influence on the executive in terms of distribution of these dividends of democracy. And once he's elected now, definitely is going to pick one of those positions that will enable him to act even like a governor in Mbaike.
But do you think that political consciousness is there in our people to be able to understand and appreciate the value
of
the benefit
of ranking?
It
is left for people like us who are exposed to convince our people. You understand?
Yes.
Other people are trying to, do politics of it is my turn. Like Tinubu will say, it is my turn. People will come to say, it is my turn. But it is your turn. Is it actually going to reflect on ground to what you bring to the people? This man that has only one tenure to become a ranking member in the whole country, we should give him an opportunity so that in the next 4 years...
No, he's already a ranking member. This is his second tenure.
Yes.
It's to consolidate
his ranking. Okay. Like Emeka Ihedion, if you go to MBC today, almost all the roles they are tied. If we give him the opportunity, almost all the roles in Mbaike will be tied in the next 4 years. Because he'll have the opportunity. He'll be in the position to attract these things.
Now, this takes me to another question. When we are talking about it is my turn, it is my turn, it would appear that the issue of power rotation between the two local governments, Mbitolo and Ikeduru, is still a big issue. It's still a big challenge for the federal constituency. So why is it still so when other constituencies have resolved these things and every person knows, every state constituency knows when it is his turn, when it is their turn to bring somebody. Because the benefits will be that it will save people from dissipating energy.
Yes.
Because if it is said,
it is the turn of Ikeduru.
Yes.
It will help Mbitolu.
They will withdraw. They will withdraw instead of wasting and spending their
Or if it is the turn of Mbitolu.
People, and it will help to produce quality candidates.
You are right.
Why is this still a big issue?
Well, let us take it up from 1999.
Okay.
1999, we are running out of time. 1999, Uchenwole was there.
Okay.
If you know Uchenwole very well, nothing could have stopped him from going for a second tenure.
Okay.
But because he had much respect for the arrangement, then it was 4 years apiece.
Okay.
So he had to leave PDP to run for Senate under ANPP, under another party.
Okay.
He didn't succeed anyway. So after him comes Bethel Amadi, late Honorable Bethel Amadi.
Bethel took three
stretch tenures, which is 12 years.
Okay.
And between Mbitolu and Ikeduru, Mbitolu is the senior partner.
Now,
political senior partner. Between the two local governments in that federal constituency, Mbitolu is the senior partner of the two.
What do you mean by senior partner?
Senior partner is that in terms of culture, Mbitolu is a senior brother to Ikeduru in terms of culture. Okay. And in terms of politics, Mbitolu Ikeduru is more populated than Ikeduru. Mbitolu is more populated than Ikeduru. Okay. 3-4 times more populated than Ikeduru. Okay. You understand?
Okay, there's something you said earlier. Uche Nwole respected
the agreement
for one tenure. And backed out. So what happened? At what point? Now, Bete took over from him.
Bete took over from him.
3 straight tenures.
Yeah, 3 straight tenures of 12 years.
Why was attention not drawn to that? Why was
attention was drawn to it, but nobody gave heed to our postulations, because then most of the political leaders came from Ikeduru. Number one. Number two, the young man has already gone to the federal house, so he has some advantages, financial advantages to induce people to say, let him continue. And naturally, when something is at your own advantage, you seem to look other, people, even other issues. When people are crying, you wouldn't want to listen to them because it is going your way. But when it is the other way around, it is that time that you will appreciate the essence of zoning and rotation and equity and justice.
Okay.
But when it is in your own favor, you won't remember the syndrome. You won't remember the essence of equity, the essence of justice, fair play. You understand? Yes. So what I'm saying is that
so as it is right now,
yes,
there seems to be the agitation that Mbitolu wants to complete the tenure.
Yeah, it is. It is natural.
Okay.
It is simply natural.
Now there doesn't seem to be an agreement, because if that is the agreement, you have Ukanacho from Ikeduru, you have Akarachi from Ikeduru, and who else? Uche Obuago from Ikeduru.
Well,
they all have been contacted.
Well, they ate their cake and they want it back. They ate their cake and they are looking for it again. It is not possible. It is in the next 4 years that an Ikeduru man will be qualified to aspire for federal house again. Now it is the last tenure from Mbitolu. It is the last tenure from Mbitolu now, because they cannot tell us that their brother Bete did not take 3 stretch tenures at a time, which culminated into 12 years. They cannot convince us.
Okay.
Mr. Moderator, can you be convinced?
Naturally, there is inequity there. Naturally, there is inequity. But
so it requires balancing.
Yeah.
It requires balancing.
So what I'm saying is, would you agree with me that it is a failure on the part of
leadership,
the political elders,
yes,
in the federal constituency?
Yes.
Yeah, because we have so many big wigs, big names there.
Yes. But most of them come from Ikeduru. That is why they look the other way.
Okay.
Most of them, the prime leaders in the federal constituency, our elder brother Chief Iwanyanwu, late His Excellency Ivan, you understand? These are the big players in the constituency, and all of them are from Ikeduru. They look the other way because it is, going their own way. It is to their own advantage.
Now, do you not foresee some issues coming out from this?
Let us allow this man to complete these 12 years so that we would have, created a level playing ground. The leaders, which me and you ordinarily will step into now, will now come and rectify it and make sure it must be at least 2 tenures so that we can allow our brothers and sisters to enjoy ranking.
Okay. Now let us step out of Mbaike politics. Do you still have anything to say about Mbaike politics?
Well, nothing much. We have. I think we have exhausted all this thing. The only thing is that I want to ask people to rally around Honorable Henry Wanwuba, so that we can help actually to push him for a super ranking position to affect positively the federal constituency in terms of dividends of democracy and infrastructural revolution.
Okay, now let's step out of Mbaike federal constituency and talk about national politics and the presidential election. There is so much hope glimpse from what we are seeing here and there.
Yes.
That the youth are massing their support for P2B.
Yes.
And P2B is the only Igbo candidate going, running against two other big giants. Now, a setting like this happened some time ago. You remember the Abiola case? And now, assuming there is such a disappointment, that something happened somewhere along the line and they didn't get it. What would be your reaction, and maybe what do you perceive would be the reaction of other?
Well, if P2B, for any reason, does not succeed in becoming the next president of Nigeria, what I would do is to advise every Nigerian to look for a way to leave this country, because there will be no country again.
Why do you have to say so? Because this is a very,
yes.
What do you mean there will be no country again?
What I am saying
is that, are you going to burn down this country?
No, I will run away. I will run away.
Why?
Because for the past 8 years, people are killed at will. People are killed at their door, inside their rooms. People are killed in their farms. People are killed and kidnapped on the way. There is no security, even at the seat of power. There is no security. So, if this party that has superintended the country for 8 years and we witness all this crisis, all this banditry, kidnapping, hooliganism, killing, displacement of people in their natural environment that has been going on unabated, we return back to power, then what do you expect? They will continue. So
okay, that's what you mean, that
yes,
the crisis, everything will heighten.
Will heighten.
And then that's why there will be no Nigeria.
There will be no Nigeria. So if somebody like me that still wants to at least live for the next couple of years, will look for a way to run away, even if it is to Cameroon. You understand? So the issue of P2B is not actually P2B as per se. It is every true and patriotic Nigerian that wants the unity of Nigeria back is supporting P2B for us to have another Nigeria, another opportunity to recreate the country known as Nigeria, so that your children and my children, your children and my children will have a place they will call their country.
Okay, I can get the sense.
Yes, and I don't think anything will stop him. Even if we run into a political, quagmire of going for a rerun.
You can't rule out political intrigues. Let me remind you.
It might be him and one of these other top contenders. And once that happens, the other people will naturally shift allegiance to him to defeat the other person, whether it is from APC or from PDP.
Yeah, you can't rule out. I want to remind you, you can't rule out political intrigue. You know what Ango Abdullahi has been saying, that Atiku is the president,
Northern candidate.
Is the Northern candidate.
Yeah.
That is the Northern candidate. Yes, and the North has the population. And so the
North does not have the population, sir. Let me tell you, the people who are holding us to a stampede in the country are not the Northerners. They are the Fulanis.
Fulanis in the North.
No. The Northerner, the Hausa man, wants to exist. The Hausa man wants to live. The Hausa man wants to be free again. The Hausa man wants to go to the farm without meeting bandits there. The Hausa man wants to exercise his natural, free movement, freedom. You understand? And this is the only opportunity available to the Hausa man to become free again in Nigeria. And it is through P2B. When people say the North, the Hausa man, the Hausa man is the man who is populated in the North. If the North has 100 million people, the Hausa man is 95 million. The Fulani is only 5 million. They are the people that have held the entire country to a stampede. So when we say the Hausa man needs to live more than the Igbo man, because their place is the battleground. You understand?
Yes.
So we are achieving 90% vote from the Hausa man.
Okay, now, a few hours ago, Femi Falana, a prominent lawyer in this country, raised, an alarm. He cried out that another tranche of money, released by the central bank has been colonized again by the political class and the business elite. It's a very disturbing development, whereas people are suffering here and there. People can hardly get money to eat.
Yeah.
Now, would you agree with me that the political class are really the trouble, the problem of this country?
Yeah, they are.
You agree?
Yeah, they are, with some institutions.
Including you. You're a politician.
Yeah, with a politician with a difference. A politician that is always standing with the people. That is why I have not made any mark. That is why I have not become your governor. I have not become a senator. Yes, because when you don't play it their own way, yes, you won't make any headway. Yeah. When you don't play it their own way.
So what do you think is the way out? Because
the way out is electing P2B on Saturday, and every institution of governance in Nigeria will be strengthened. The CBN will be strengthened. INEC will be strengthened. The police will be strengthened. The military will be strengthened. The judiciary will be strengthened. And once all these institutions are strengthened, we don't have any problem in Nigeria. P2B does not need 6 months to start turning things around. Immediately he's named as the next governor of Nigeria, next president of Nigeria, a lot of things will begin to take shape. People will start calling themselves to order.
Okay. Yeah, you are a grassroots person, you are a community leader, at that, and some of us who know you closely know what the roles you have played. Some time ago in this state, the state legislature ruled against local government autonomy, as well as legislative and judicial autonomy.
Yes.
So what are your reactions about that? How do you think that has affected the grassroots?
Mr. Moderator, it is only an animal that will see a trap that was set for it and go and put his head or put his leg. If the state members of Imo House of Assembly can vote against legislative autonomy, then what do you expect? What do you expect me to say? What do you expect me to say? The issue of local government autonomy is what has held the development of this country down. Because the allocation given to local government is more than the allocation given to the states.
Okay. Put
together. Like for Imo State, I stand to be corrected, receive between 4 to 4.5, 3.8, 4 billion every month. So when the thing triggers down to the local government, 27 local governments, definitely the rural communities will start taking a different dimensional developmental stripes. You understand? So the lack of autonomy of the local government in Nigeria has actually kept the entire country down. Because when you concentrate in the state, every person will be flocking to the state, to one government house, to continue to disturb the governor. But when you have 27 local government headquarters, where people can take their problems to the local government chairman, this governor will be free here. The governor will concentrate in providing services that are meant for the state and services that are, oversight functions. Why the local governments will take over the actual development of the state? Because even in the state capital here, we still have local government that will take care of the development of the state capital. Why the state governor will be vested with the interest of providing quality health care, standard roads across the state and across that will link to the other states of the federation, and quality education. You understand? But when a governor is interested in the local government funds, even at times you go to the local government headquarters, the grasses there are as as grown up as the ones you see in the zoo. And the local government headquarters, they don't even have money to mow their grasses. Yeah. So it's a disturbing factor.
It's okay.
It's not a palatable one at all.
Okay, so your final words. So here we are rounding up the program. Your final words to the viewers, to Nigerians.
Well, I think I have 2 or 3 segments of viewers. Okay. The first is Mbaike people. Okay. I urge you to go to your various booths on Saturday. First, elect Peter Obi as the next president of Nigeria. Not because he's an Igbo man, but because he's the best among the candidates that are vying. He's the most competent in character and otherwise. He's the most intelligent. He's the most wise. He's the most committed and the corruption-free candidate. Then, to my people of Imo State, please kindly go and vote in Peter Obi. And then to the country at large, I thank the Igbo people that have not, came back in droves. They have decided to remain wherever they are living to cast their votes there. So I thank them and ask them to go without fear or favor on Saturday to cast their votes. Thank you very much. Thank you. After now, I'll give you a bill for this campaign you have done. You have used my platform to campaign for you. Yeah, viewers, this is where we round it off and we call it a day. We lend our voice to what Dr. Ken Wangma have just said. Pick your PVC. On Saturday, go and perform your civic responsibility. It is your turn now to bring the change that you desire. Here, we say thank you for being part of the program. Dr. Ken, thank you for coming. My name is Afam Echi. Please remember to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube platform.